Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. I am the Crushinator, and I will be your host for tonight's Division A West playoff matchup between Baby Makers and Forge the Winning Condition. This is the second A West game I've had the pleasure of casting, the other one yesterday. The winner of that match will be waiting patiently for the winner of today's match. Minion Miners have moved on. They will face the winner of Baby Makers or Forge the Winning Condition here tonight. So let's learn about this match in the tail of the tape. Baby Makers coming in as the number 1 seed at 9-3 on the match record. They are 21-8 on the maps this season. Most played maps for them, Infernal Shrines at 5-2, 6-0 on Alterac Pass. Most played heroes coming on out for Baby Makers, 11-2 on Greymane, 9-2 on Ana, 7-3 on Diablo. Very, very strong there. So you expect those higher win rates with a 21-8 record for sure. Looking over at Forge, the Winning Condition, they come into tonight as the number 4 seed, 7-5 on the match record, 17-3 on the map record. Most played maps for them, Braxis Holdout at 3-3 and Battlefield of Eternity at 3-3. So some prioritization onto the 2-lane maps here from Forge the Winning Condition. Not something that I see an awful lot of. That's cool to note. Most played heroes for them, 6-3 on ETC, 7-2 on Ana, so another team with a high prioritization onto Ana, and 5-3 on the Ming. Interested to see. I like seeing those 2-lane maps up there. I wonder if that's going to inform the choices for our two teams today. Let's jump on over to the map screen. Let you know about the state of tonight's matchup. As we see Baby Makers banning away Cursed Hollow and Dragonshire, and it is Alterac Pass and Infernal Shrines banned away by Forge the Winning Condition, just trying to take the most played maps of Baby Makers off the board. We're actually going to be going to Towers of Doom for game number 1 as chosen by Forge the Winning Condition. Now the playoff structure in the NGS means that Baby Makers automatically win the coin flip as the higher seed, so they opted for first pick. Looks like we're about to be ready to go. Interesting that we have Towers of Doom here, not super high on the list for either team. Towers of Doom for game number 1. We often see Towers as a big closer to a series. So cool that we get to have it right off the bat. It always produces very, very strong games, very interesting games, and it really sets the tone for how these teams are going to be drafting. Draft is now up. I've stalled for long enough. Let's jump right on in and see how our two teams will approach this matchup. Baby Makers will be first to act here. See what they want to ban away, if they want to take away the comforts or if they want to take away any shenanigans. If you're talking about shenanigans, Towers of Doom is a big map for stuff like Abathur plays, stuff like Lost Vikings, and apparently Cho'Gall as well, as we see the Gall ban here by Baby Makers. This is something that you often see from the higher seeded teams. Like, they know that, like, the last 2 times these teams have played, it was Baby Makers in a 2-0 and then in a 2-1 in the second matchup. And when you think that you can beat the other team straight up, you've just got to be worried about the fringe strats. You've got to be worried about anything unexpected. So taking away the Gall there makes some sense. Medivh going to be banned away here by Forge the Winning Condition. On Towers of Doom specifically, there's a lot of interesting terrain between the lanes, a lot of interesting terrain around those altars. So Medivh being able to bypass that and bypass those vision chokes can be very powerful. Baby Makers thinking about their next ban here. Will it continue to be... That's a little bit more of a meta ban. Chromie still sort of at the top of the charts in terms of meta mages. Can just attack from such an insanely safe distance. And, like, thinking back, when they reworked Chromie, they cut a lot of her range. That was the big thing, was, like, they cut the range of Chromie, and still after being, you know, after getting a talent rework, after getting some damage increases, that range is still so long that she's kind of a terror in the Nexus right now. As we see a Garrosh ban by Forge the winning condition, and it's a first pick Maiev coming on out here for Dead Wish. All right, so Maiev, big playmaker. Strong engage, able to force out positioning mistakes. If they're taking it first pick, that's got to be a comfort here for Dead Wish. So we'll see what Forge the winning condition can do about it. They're going to snap up that Ana Li Ming classic combination coming on out from Scooney and Mr. Bros. Maiev going to have a little bit of a tough time getting on top of Li Ming, maybe able to land an Umbral Bind on that Ana, but having the Sleep Dart available, pretty good response there from Forge the winning condition. Looks like D-Sheebs grabbing the ETC, Marbuckle going to snap up that D.Va for the offlane. D.Va just has so many great matchups right now. She's very difficult to kill one-on-one. The impact on a team fight just with the disruption, with the damage reduction, is very good. Zone control, important here on Towers of Doom as well. So looking at this comp here, banning away probably some DPS. Gonna ban away an Uther here to try to deny either a Divine Mosh or a super-powered Maiev, and just having an extra stun there right beside ETC all the time can really be a big pain, especially if you're going with a little bit of a less bulky front line, as it seems like Forge the winning condition is starting to build. Baby Makers gonna ban away the Johanna here. So wanting as little disruption onto this Maiev as possible, wanting to remove a pretty reliable mosh pit interrupter in the Johanna. So Forge the winning condition, they're kind of running low on tank options here. Johanna, ETC, Uther, Garrosh, all off the board. It's going to be Alarak for Bob, and there's the Anubarak coming in for Voisin 4. Interesting Alarak pick there. So Alarak does do some work into ETC. Just denying the armor option from being, from the trait being able to hit those buttons. And being able to follow up on the Anubarak is a pretty big deal. Paper Tanks grabbing the Greymane here, and it's going to be Stukov for Freckle Bob. That is a scary composition coming on out here from Baby Makers. Just the slide cursed bullet combo, the silence underneath is so hard to deal with here. It's going to be tough. What is Sturge going to pick up? It's got to be something to deal with D.Va in the offlane. It's got to be something to try to deny the hard engage of Baby Makers. What would be the choice? All right. Going with a slightly different school of thought. Thinking, we're not going to deny the engage. We're just going to make the engage less effective by putting Murky in the offlane. Do I mean the Holy Cow? That's a good one. I like the Holy Cow as well. Divine Mosh, Holy Cow. All right, so some spice coming on out from Forge, the winning condition, trying to negate the team fight. Will it work? We'll find out. Loading on in to game number 1. Here we go.
Prepare yourself for battle.
On the left in the blue, it is Baby Makers with D-Sheebs on the ETC, Dead Wish playing Maiev, Paper Tanks on the Greymane, Marbuckle on D.Va, and Freckle Bob on the Stukov. On the right and the red, it is Forge the winning condition. Mr. Bros playing the Li Ming, Scooney on the Ana, Bob playing Alarak, Voisin 4 on the Anubarak, and Sturge on that Murky.
5, 4, 3.
Here we go.
One.
Game number 1 is underway here.
What are you waiting?
Nubarak going for that globe quest on 1. It is going to be the overwhelming power for Alarak. And ETC looking for globes as well as the team's about to lock up here. Wono with the howdy. Wanting those shoulder presses. We'll have to make sure we get those after this first game. Deadwish trying to get the pull onto Bob. Will do so, but Mr. Bros just lobbing in from the edges. Putting out huge damage. Murky going to be first to fall, but, you know, that's kind of expected. Deadwish able to get away here from Bob. Poison in some trouble here. Look at the slide. But the counter silence onto ETC is going to put D-Sheebs in some trouble. Fireworks right off the bat here. As the teams head down to the bottom lane. Continuing the aggression here. Looks like the rotation to the camp will be good for Baby Makers. Game volume seems a little loud here. Just a moment. Let me crank that down just slightly. There we go. Forge the winning condition. Gonna jump on the right side camp as well. Chat, let me know if the audio levels seem good now, if you liked them before. Seemed a little loud just looking at the colored bars there. D-Sheeb's gonna start to rotate out. Unsuccessful in the invasion. Murky, it looks like they're doing some work versus D.Va for the moment. Sturge just throwing out that clear. D.Va just having to kind of play catch-up here. So we'll have to see if Baby Makers tries to come and help out D.Va on these rotations, or if they're just going to keep up this pressure in the bottom lane. Full silence is good onto Paper Tanks, with Deadwish pulling 2 in there. Scooney going to have to start backing off. Poison peeling for Bob. These teams just great responses coming out from both sides. D-Sheeb's looking for a possible other slide, but with those cannons firing, going in is pretty difficult. Maiev going to try to deny the rotation here. Poison going to discover Frecklebob and Paper Tanks for the moment. D-Sheeb's coming around the outside. This could be trouble here for Forge the winning condition. Deadwish. Oh, look at Bob's just trapped there. Deadwish is ready, and Alarak will fall as first blood of the game. Interesting little play there. Baby Makers forms the first advantage. Orb, oh, Paper Tanks have got to be careful there, as that orb traveled all the way back. Looks like D.Va's starting to catch up on these rotations a little bit as Deadwish. Oh, getting a big pull onto Mr. Bros inside the teleport. Li Ming manages to peel away there. Baby Maker's playing very aggressively. They're trying to get this bottom altar for free. Bob is going to get 1 interrupt. Maiev going straight in, trying to get the pull onto Alarak. Paper Tanks trying again. Does actually get the channel. So it's going to be a 2-for-1 there for Baby Makers. And Nubarak almost had it. Couldn't quite land the knock-up on the Q. What is that called? Impale. That's what it's called. Deadwish putting out the damage as D-Sheeb slides on through. Bob in some trouble once again. Alarak's going to go down. Poison had to use the burrow charge to try to peel away. But Scooney with the heals to keep Anubarak alive. So Baby Makers looking pretty strong in the early going. D.Va starting to catch up on these murky rotations a little bit. So have to see. At the first I thought it was going to be Baby Makers that were going to have to help out that solo, but now it looks like D.Va having time to move on down here and try to steal this camp. Poison coming around the outside. Can't quite burrow charge up there. Oh, Anubarak's in all sorts of trouble here. Tried to use the burrow charge to contest the point, but couldn't get there quite in time and then was kind of just stuck out there. Baby Makers record their 3rd kill of the game. Looking very strong in the early going here on Towers of Doom. Murky bribing away that top camp. Gonna try to help create pressure. Slow down the D.Va rotation as the sappers have to be cleared away. Murky just going to go for pretty much a slow burn this game. Just going to slowly try to whittle down that top keep to hopefully take advantage in the late game. Poison Not quite getting the Impale knockup. Deadwish, oh, with a great fall to the Wardens to avoid the silence. Bob getting pulled back in, and that's another kill onto Alarak. Arbuckle can't quite finish off Murky there. But we have a single altar phase down here in the bottom lane. The Sappers are moving onto the bottom keep. Poison getting big-time body blocked by Marbuckle. That's going to be it for Anubarak. Mr. Bros. Oh, Ana taken out in the mid as well. I thought that fight was over with. But an extra kill coming on out from Babymakers. They're more than a level ahead at this point, thanks to all these hero kills. They're well on their way to level 10. Bottom lane pressure will start up. Bob looking for the pull on to Deadwish, but won't quite get it. Decent wave clear coming out from Mr. Bros will deny a further push onto this bottom fort. We're about to have level 10s here for Babymakers. So we'll have to see what Forge the Winning Condition can do at this one level deficit. Deadwish coming across here. Looking to warp back, catches 2 in the bind. Bob is going to get pulled in as well as Voisin 4. Nice counter silence coming on out from Stukov. Another big pull. Well done by Forge the Winning Condition to disengage off that. Maiev got exactly the engage they wanted, but good peels, good heals. Go ahead and reset this fight as Bob getting a double silence here. ETC could be in some trouble. Being CC'd into tower range. Overall, a pretty good defense. Almost at level 10 here. Despite the 4v4 and the ult disadvantage. Haven't really lost any health on this fort. Babymakers Heroics, we're looking at the Mosh Pit. We're looking at the Warden's Cage, Flailing Swipe, Curse Bullet, and Micro Missiles. Heroics now picked up by Forge the Winning Condition. Oh, we'll talk about that in a second. G-Shapes could be in some trouble here. Warden's Cage coming on out, going to pull Voisin back right into that silence. Anubarak and Murky are down. There goes Ana. Alarak taken out as well. D-Shapes managing to get away here. And that silence Warden's Cage combo. So difficult to deal with, and that's going to be a quad kill. Coming out here for Babymakers. I think my wife's home. I just heard some noises. I was like, uh-oh, is there someone, an intruder, washing their hands in my house? Altar picked up as well as the bottom fort here. Diva Bomb going to come on out. Allow the rest of Babymakers to make their way up. Diva could be in some trouble here. Has to pop the boosters. Forge the Winning Condition did pick up the Cocoon Counter-Strike. That is Octo Grab, Wave of Force, and Nano Boost. Forge the Winning Condition also did manage to take that top right altar. So 33-24 on the core right now as the bottom lane defense will settle in here for Babymakers. Looks like Maiev and Diva going to maintain pressure in the off lanes, looking for that level 13 advantage. Sleep Silence combo is out onto D-Sheebs. Getting healed right back up by Frecklebob, and here come the Sappers in the bottom lane. Maiev coming to join as well. Murky actually taken out by Diva in the top lane. It's Deadwish looking for a way to go in, get a big pull once again. Just waiting for that shade to come out. D-Sheebs threatening. Here come the Sappers. Pulled in as D-Sheebs, but a great face melt. I think one shot got onto the core. They're going to try to break Stukov out. Voisin committing here. Deadwish pops the cage, gets the big pull. There's the silence, and that's going to be a double, triple kill. Bob going down as well. Counter kill was good onto ETC, but 4 members falling on the side of Forge the Winning Condition. Once again, oh, Deadwish getting the pull with the fault of the Wardens. Paper Tanks managing to get out of the kill zone. That's the final member down here. Babymakers making it look easy out there as we have a single altar spawning in the bottom lane. Diva is working here. There is the Octo Grab coming on out here. Sturge being forced back. Deadwish going to grab another couple shots as the Sappers are picked up, and Babymakers are just... they're just holding on. Let's see if they can continue the defense here. D-Sheebs and Deadwish coming on in. There's the shade. Nice boost out by Bob. D-Sheebs is coming in, finds the slide onto Li Ming. Teleport is down. Has to go through the silent zone, and that is going to be it for Mr. Bros. Bottom fort still standing here for Babymakers as they go up 33-17 on these core shots. Silence is good. Slide through onto Alarak. D-Sheebs taking some big damage there. Cocoon is going to come out. I think that'll give enough time for the cooldowns of ETC. Get that power slide. Oh, saves the power slide. Gets healed up by Freckle Bob. Level 16 about to arrive here for Babymakers, securing a 3-level advantage here on Towers of Doom. Greymane grabbing the sappers once again, leaving 3 here to defend. D.Va continuing to soak in the off lane, and I'm not sure. I mean, Forge the winning condition. They're going to have to find a new plan here because sieging in the bottom lane just isn't working right now. Sturge coming on in from the outside to try to get this fight, looking for an Octo grab. Will find it onto ETC, but Murky's going to go down. Mr. Bros just trying to continue the slow siege onto this now. Is it a keep? No, it's still a fort. Becomes a keep soon. Another couple Li Ming shots will secure this bottom fort, but it is a triple altar phase here. If nothing changes about this bottom fort, triple cap would be victory here for Babymakers in a very quick matchup. But can they do it? D.Va's going to take the top left. Looks like Deadwish is going to start moving on out to take this bottom altar. Murky's working on the top right. I don't think D.Va gets over there in time. Going to boost back into lane, so it's just going to be a 2-for-1 here. That will put 4 shots on the core, or 4 core shots remaining. Li Ming just needs one more. Bob, oh no, could be caught out. Deadwish getting the pull, but a nice unstoppable there. Only 4 core health remaining. That is a boss worth of shots. As Sturge being blocked by Marbuckle still has the bubble available. And now Forge the winning condition. They've got to worry about a boss call. Looks like Deadwish is just going to go ahead and start this up. They've won every team fight so far. They're a talent tier ahead. And they're going to start this with Greymane here. I don't know if Forge the winning condition gets here in time. Sturge is going to see it. Here come the rest of Forge the winning condition. There is the bomb coming out. Murky going to come on through, but the core shots are taken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Babymakers take a quick game number 1. GG. Very dominant start there from Babymakers. 17 kills to 1. Towards the winning condition. We're trying some Murky shenanigans there, but D.Va eventually overcame the rotational disadvantage. The team fight coming on out from that ETC Maiev Stukov combination of CC. Just too much to handle. We saw Paper Tanks on the Greymane leading the way on the damage. 49,000 coming on out for Babymakers. It was Mr. Bros on the Li Ming. 44,000 there for Forge the winning condition. Take a quick look here at the talent screen, and then we'll go ahead and get set up for game number 2. I want it. Give me an Illidan. Draft number 2 is underway here. Babymakers once again with the first pick opportunity. We saw them ban away the Cho'Gall on the last map. See whether they have the same prioritization, and they do. No Cho'Gall shenanigans today. Forge the winning condition. Gonna ban away Medivh. These teams know each other here. Regardless of map, there's things they just don't want to run into. Lawlins86. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a good time today. Lawlins coming in with the Prime sub as well. What a hero. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Enjoy your emotes. And, yeah, thank you so much. Orphea, gonna be banned away by Babymakers. Orphea, a great sort of dueling mage, able to work around the edges with that extra movement. Greymane actually going to be banned by Forge the winning condition, and as quickly as possible, Deadwish says, thank you very much. It's Maiev time. Now, if I'm Forge the winning condition here, you've banned the Greymane. Do you pick up Stukov? Because Stukov was a big part of that Wombo combo. They're going to steal the ETC from last time. So Voisin going to grab the tank. And they're going to stick with the Ana for Scooney. So they're going to possibly give up the Stukov, deciding instead to steal away the tank, and they still want to prioritize having that Ana. Overall, I like that. I mean, Ana's just a very, very powerful healer overall. Can enable other parts of the comp that are still available. See if Babymakers wants to stick with that Stukov combo, or if they've got something else in mind here, now that ETC's on the other side. It's still going to be Stukov for Frecklebob, and we're going to see the Yrel come on out for Marbuckle. So foregoing the Diva here in exchange for another very durable offlaner who can... It's also backline disruption. It's a very similar plan to Diva, but it's a little more damaging. It's a little more bursty than Diva is. So I'll be interested to see how Marbuckle moves around on the Paladin there. Garrosh going to be banned away. Li Ming banned away as well. Li Ming just a great pairing with Ana. Great pick for the map. Mike is working out well for me. Thank you very much. I still want to mess around with the EQ a little more, but I'm pretty happy with how it sounds right now. I was able to hook it up just this last week. The Go XLR Mini that I ordered 6 months ago finally got here, so I've been able to use this beautiful mic. Oh, Gazlo coming on through for Bob, and Sturge on the Sylvanas. Very cool composition coming on out here from Forge the winning condition. Gazlo, another terror in the off lane when it comes to coming and joining the team fight. And Sylvanas can just extend the life of these immortal phases, getting usually a full fort down on the first one if you can get right up there. And yeah. Very nice picks there from Forge the winning condition. It's going to be a Johanna Cassia stack as the final picks here for Babymakers. Another good combination for sure. Cassia, not quite the same PvE race available as like your Greymanes and your Rainers, but empowered by the blinds of Cassia brings a whole lot of teamfight damage. And Mr. Bros locking in the Kel'Thuzad, so another sort of flashy pick here from Forge the winning condition. Looking to hopefully threaten that Stukov a little bit more, threaten the Cassia by threading that chain into the back line. Alright, can Babymakers close out this series, or will Forge the winning condition find their way back? Battlefield of Eternity will tell the tale. Here we go. Right, you're loading on into game number 2. Once again, on the left in the blue, it is Babymakers with Frecklebob on the Stukov, Paper Tanks playing Cassia, D-Sheebs on the Johanna, it's Deadwish on the Maiev, and Marbuckle on the Yrel. On the right in the red, we have Forge the winning condition with Scooney on the Ana, Mr. Bros playing Kel'Thuzad, Voisin 4 on the ETC, Sturge is playing the Sylvanas, and it is Bob on the Gazlo. Game number 2 is underway here. Looks like Cassia going for those Q stacks on 1. Kel'Thuzad, of course, going to be stacking up that baseline Master of the Cold Dark Quest. So right now we have Maiev actually in the top lane, looking to put some pressure onto Gazlo here. Marbuckle waiting to go in as well. Pull is going to be there. Marbuckle looking to knock Gazlo on back. This could be trouble here for Bob, trying to find their way back. Pops the medallion, but it's not going to be enough. A quick kill onto Gazlo there for Babymakers. And it looks like the 3 stack in the bottom lane have prevented quite a bit of siege in the bottom. It's now Deadwish coming on down to join the rest of the team. Voisin looking for an engage here. Going to instead move on back, slide through on Deathwish. Oh my god, another amazing vault of the Wardens here from Deadwish as Kel'Thuzad up to 5 stacks on that opening quest. Sylvanas going up to visit Yrel for a moment before turning back around. Making sure to catch as much of that XP as possible as Gazlo is now returned to lane. Boys, I'm thinking about going in on this camp. Mr. Bro's coming on down as well, and this camp will be contested. Sturge working on Deadwish in the backline, but Maiev getting a huge pull on the Sylvanas and Kel'Thuzad. Babymakers throwing out the damage onto Sturge. Oh, that Lightning's Fury won't quite hit. There's another set of stacks, 10 here for Kel'Thuzad. As Sturge trying to get away from Deadwish here. Gets the pull. Fan of Knives not going to be enough. Another vault is going to save Deadwish some damage. And amazingly, everyone survives that. More fireworks at the start here between these two teams. And again, some great decision-making, great positioning and peel. And everyone as healthy as can be. Looks like Deadwish going to visit Yrel in the top lane once again. Pull is going to be there onto Bob. Marbuckle looking for the stun back. Here comes the possible body blocks. Oh! Bob coming back out here. Wanting to find the kill onto Marbuckle, but will not get it. Dr. Sheeb's just trying to hold down the fort here. 4 players pushing in the bottom lane. Black Arrows actually are going to be committed by Sturge. As we see Cassia and Stukov are going onto the camp. But getting extra siege here has forged the winning condition. They don't quite get this tower. Now they're a little bit behind on the Shaman camp here. Oh, Gazlo taken out. Marbuckle solo kills the Gazlo. It's the second kill onto Bob there in the top lane as Sturge warping right on through. Using that Haunting Wave Unstoppable, that delayed teleport to great effect. Oh, a deadly combo coming out from Mr. Bros. 17 stacks there. Poison pulled on back right into that silent zone once again. ETC goes down at the start of this phase. Sturge evades D-Sheeps for now, but Babymakers are just going to start up their race. Sturge working on the immortal health in the bottom lane. D-Sheeps going to try to defend a little bit as the race continues for Babymakers. They're about to force the halftime show here. It's ETC on their way back. We're headed into race positions here. Will Voisin move across the map? It looks like the teams are just going to go ahead and try to find some off-lane XP advantage. Mr. Bro's coming on up, but we have a quick pause. Let's bring it back. Game is underway. Mr. Bro's looking for a couple extra stacks here, but Marbuckle right on the back line. Oh, great sleep there. Looks like the race is still going over to Babymakers. It's Marbuckle. Doesn't quite have the trait available to knock back Kel'Thuzad. Bob and Sturge peeling a lot of the health off of this Immortal. 6.6k shield remaining here for Babymakers as this Immortal is going to push down the top lane. Oh, moving right across here. Maiev moving right in. Gets the pull onto Kel'Thuzad. Paper Tanks would defend. Johanna grouping them all up. The silence zone is going to be brutal here. Bob trying to get away here onto Freckle Bob. Marbuckle maintaining presence on the point. Gazlo was not going to be able to get away going down first in this fight. Voisin just sticking there. Has to slide on through. Babymakers with great game sense there. Going to go ahead and steal that Shaman. And then go ahead and push with this Immortal in the top lane with their level 7 advantage. So a product there of Forge the winning condition, not able to pick up their Shaman before this first objective means they were trying to pick it up after. Babymakers just saw that come and went straight over to that camp. Steve Sheev's actually going to catch Voisin here. Mr. Bros working on those stacks still. 21 out of 30. Deadwish with a great double pull. Look at the silence onto Sturge. One more auto. Oh, but getting behind the wall there is Sylvanas. And Babymakers will have to retreat. Look at the value out of just the first objective there, going all the way to the keep wall. And now looking to snowball this game once again, just like they did in game number 1. Marbuckle dueling versus Bob once again. It looks like Forge the winning condition going to come and try to trade out this bottom lane camp. Urel moving away from Gazlo for the moment. The rest of Baby Makers coming on down. Gonna deal with this camp that was just picked up. Gonna see Gazlo move on up to the top lane to try to deal with that Khazra. Oh, nice combo onto Marbuckle there. Actually gonna get a big pull onto Urel, bringing Marbuckle way down. But the chase is on. Mr. Bros having to get away from Johanna here. Nice disengage. His Baby Makers were looking for blood there. Deadwish gonna move on up. Try to finish off this Khazra here. Urel breaking off to the top lane to hopefully catch a little bit of that XP. That is pushed all the way to the right side wall. As the push continues down here in the bottom lane. Urel coming on in. Dueling away versus Gazlo here. Forge the winning condition. They're going to try to get some extra siege here. Not able to pick up the Shaman camp because of the timing, so instead going to pop the Black Arrows and try to get a quick steal on this bottom fort. D-Sheeb's just going to watch, think about going in. The rest of Baby Makers is coming on through. A nice sleep. Kel'Thuzad trying to peel away. Blessed Shield coming out. Deadwish getting the pull onto Mr. Bros. The Warden's Cage is there in time. Cassia Pole is going to grab Poison 4. Mr. Bros on the Kel'Thuzad looking to get away. Marbuckle going right in there, popping the Ardent Defender while in all sorts of tower range. That is Master of the Cold Dark finished up for Kel'Thuzad. As Baby Makers look to move on to this defensive Immortal phase. You saw the Blessed Shield coming on out from Johanna, paired with the Valkyrie, Ardent Defender, Warden's Cage, and Massive Shove. Bob could be in trouble once again here. Marbuckle landing the stun. Deadwish getting away from the stun. Bob in all sorts of trouble. Trying to get away here, but that's going to be it for Gazlo. Forge the winning condition. They're going to give up on this objective. They're just going to siege this keep wall. They're going to use this, use this plan as much as possible here. The team fights have not been going their way. Just trying to make some cheeky plays. Escaping through the bottom lane. D-Sheebs looking for the interrupt. Sturge actually coming out with the silence arrow as Marbuckle peeling away. Mr. Bros in all sorts of trouble. Great unstoppable to avoid the Valkyrie. Somehow, I did not think Kel'Thuzad was getting out of there. Sylvanas is going to go down in the background. Nice unstoppable from Marbuckle to avoid the combo. All in all, only one kill going over to Baby Makers. That looked like it was about to be much, much worse. But here we have Forge the winning condition, setting up for the defense. So they're still without Sylvanas. Let's see what they can do here. Baby Makers trying to trigger halftime. Nice push there from Poison. Sleep is going to be good. Look at the combo. Paper Tank's going to be obliterated there by Mr. Bros. It's a Nano Boost Kel'Thuzad on the chase. The combo once again. That's going to be it for Johanna. Great slide in the mosh. Going to be interrupted by Freckle Bob. I don't think Deadwish... Oh my god! Deadwish! Fall to the Wardens into the teleport. Is going to keep Maev alive. But Forge the winning condition, find their picks, and move on to the race. Marbuckle working the edges here, trying to just slow down the damage as much as possible. There's the halftime show. That's going to allow the members of Baby Makers to try to make it back for this defense. As we see, we are in race positions. Marbuckle moving across. Just using that presence. Try to push back the members. Good stun onto the back line. Here comes Paper Tanks. Big damage onto Sturge. Great silence arrow, though, from Sylvanas. Going to catch 3. Marbuckle on the outside does not have the Ardent Defender. Oh, does have the Ardent Defender here, actually. Bob getting a great stun on the back line, but there's the catch. Ooh, an unstoppable will allow Gazlo to get away. Marbuckle trying to jump out. Did use the Ardent Defender before. Somehow being kept alive there by Stukov. There's the Warden's Cage going to catch 2. Silence is out, and that's it for Kel'Thuzad. Bob and Sturge trying to race down this Immortal while they can. Scooney. Umberbind not available. That's going to be a pretty healthy Immortal going over to Forge the winning condition. It will unfortunately be going to the top lane here. So I'm interested to see, will Forge the winning condition try to siege the bottom lane? Urel is catching the catapults for now. But this Immortal is basically going to go down for free. Overall, a decent result there for Forge to winning condition. They make sure that the Immortal doesn't go over to their opponents. They're going to come on up here and try to get a full siege in as Deadwish warping on through once again. Immortal is going to be onto the fort. Chains of Kel'Thuzad won't land, but there's the black arrows ensuring that this fort goes down. Deadwish looking for another engage here. Thinking about it. Decides against it. Marbuckle on the outside wants to jump in. Mr. Bro's getting very, very close there. As Marbuckle's starting to come around the outside. Voisin will not land that mosh pit, trying to keep the members of Babymakers trapped, but the pull is good. That's going to be it for ETC. Marbuckle doesn't have Ardent Defender for 25 seconds, so Yrel on the chase here, but having to be careful. Nice knockback onto Bob. The chase is going to continue here, and that's almost certainly going to be it for Gazlowe, as Bob is just trying to lead away the members of Babymakers. Freckle Bob on the chase here. Gazlowe's kind of juking. Freckle Bob. Is Gazlowe getting away? Bob, how you doing this? Coming back to the lane. Marbuckle is there to try to cut them off. Oh no, dismounted. Oh, that's going to be it. The great chase is over. Gazlowe going down here. Forge the winning condition, grabbing the bottom camp while they could. But it's going to be Babymakers stealing away the Shaman. Counter Shaman steal coming on out from Forge the winning condition. Marbuckle is here and ready. Steel is available. Babymakers trying to come across. It looks like Forge the winning condition will try to bail out. Deadwish coming on through. Scooney. Uh-oh, Scooney in some trouble here. Tries to hit the sleep dart, but won't land. The pull will be good. Ana trying to get away. The stun is out, and Ana is down. Almost got away again there. Marbuckle just trying to clear away these Cosric, clear away this catapult. In the top lane, we see Voisin and Bob. Keeping an eye on things. One thing to note, Gazlowe went for the Robo-Goblin. So no Black Hole, no Wombo. Instead, they're sticking with the sort of work the edges plan. Voisin having to walk away there. Mortal Phase is up and ready once again. T-Sheeps has to be careful. Deathwish going in. The Warden's Cage is out. But the Unstoppable is good. There's the Mosh getting quickly interrupted. It's just a total dog pile on top of this Immortal. Silence Arrow from Sylvanas says Marbuckle is making things difficult, forcing Kel'Thuzad right back into the base. Gazlowe still alive. Sylvanas going to be the first to go down. Looks like Gaz is somehow still living as Marbuckle using that Ardent Defender to stay alive against 3 members of Forge the winning condition. Once again, fireworks and only 1 kill. Voisin manages to get away there. Gonna hit the halftime show. Babymakers actually gonna come right across onto this fort. Deadwish going in. Uses the vault to shed the aggro. There's the Blessed Shield. Marbuckle gonna knock back the Kel'Thuzad. And look at just the damage combination. Yrel actually counter-killed there. But it's gonna be Ana and Kel'Thuzad down. So didn't have the Ardent Defender up and available. But it looks like Babymakers are going to be here taking what could be a full shield Immortal as they jump onto the race. Robo Gazlowe in the top lane, trying to get this Khazra camp moving. In the bottom lane, we see Sturgeon Voisin pushing away. Paper Tanks and Freckle Bob just going ahead and finishing that up. Gazlowe coming on down to possibly peel away a bit of those shields. Get there in time. It's a full shield Immortal. It will be barreling down the bottom lane. Right now it's Deadwish in the top lane trying to deal with this push. Doing as much as a Maiev can. Here comes Sturgeon Voisin though. Trying to possibly catch a rotation, but Deadwish playing safe. Oh, Voisin and crew, they're actually going to go ahead and try to trade out this keep for the fort. Deadwish is here. Maiev comes into the back line, playing... Oh, goodness. Manages to avoid the sleep dart and the chains. But posturing well enough to force back Forge the winning condition. It's going to be just Yrel in the bottom lane versus the Robo-Goblin. Deadwish pulling 2 with the Warden's Cage. That's going to be it for Kel'Thuzad. Mosh Pit will be quickly interrupted there. Poison trying to escape here. Blessed Shield is out. The pull. Look at that. Sturge is down. Poison trying to escape. Scooney manages to mount up in the top. Nice encore there from Poison. But that's a double kill here for Babymakers as Marbuckle just making things difficult for Bob. Gaslow could be in trouble here. Deadwish looking to warp on through. This keep will be going down, but this Immortal is about to fall as well. Are Babymakers thinking about core? They're a level ahead. They're going to try to jump on here. Immortal is going to be quickly cleaned up. Are they going to do it? It's still 5 versus 3, but not for much longer. Babymakers think better of it and start to move back. Top lane is starting to collapse, though. We've got the Catapult rolling in. We've got quite the hefty minion wave. Forge the winning condition. Picking up their Shaman. You see Babymakers grabbing this bottom Khazra. Marbuckle did go back and set up for the defense here. We'll have to see what Forge the winning condition can do now. There's nothing left on the map in terms of camps. They're getting ready to just go ahead and clear this bottom lane. Top lane clear will be coming out for Babymakers as the Shaman camp just became available. Forge the winning condition. Thinking about moving in here. The scout is good. The rest of the team won't get here in time for any sort of camp invade. Top going to be cleared away. Bottom Shaman being worked on. Oh, Poison moving out very far. Going to force Deadwish and D-Sheeps to take the long way. Sturge going for the Haunting Wave here. This could be trouble for Poison. ETC playing very, very aggressively. With Yrel in the top lane, Babymakers have to just wait. Immortals are spawning. Deadwish trying to clear away with the Shade. Immortals coming up in just a few seconds here. It's Poison looking for a trap. Slide is good. There's the Mosh Pit. Going to catch two before it's interrupted. Silence Arrow coming out as well. That's going to be it for Johanna. ETC in some trouble here. There's the Silence. Paper Tanks looking for a hit onto the back line. Marbuckle coming on down. Oh, ETC. ETC's in trouble. Marbuckle's on the back. Gets the double stun. It's looking like a re-engage here for Babymakers. Ardent Defender is up and available for Marbuckle, but it's going to be actually Cassia going down. Ardent Defender is popped. Kel'Thuzad is the target. Deadwish is going to start hitting those fan of knives. Yrel's going to go down here, though. Triple kill here for Forge, the winning condition. Marbuckle going all in, but not quite managing to finish off Kel'Thuzad. All of a sudden, Forge, the winning condition. They're looking great here in the late game. Babymakers just going to have to keep their lanes solid. Checking in here. Not sure which lane it's going to go through. They look basically even on health. I would assume top lane if they're tied. We'll have to see. So we are now in race positions. That's going to allow Babymakers to get a little bit of this shielding off before Poison comes on over. Lanes are pushing out just a little bit here for Babymakers. The catapults are now starting to add up. Still over 25,000 health on this Immortal. Or on this Immortal shield. Uh-oh. We've got a quick disconnect there. We will get our Gaslow player. Uh-oh. Bob was trying to prioritize the Wi-Fi. It's alright. It'll be okay. We'll get that fixed after this one. If there is an after this one, I should say. Deadwish on the outside here, looking for a flanking engage. Forge the winning condition, catch Maiev. Mr. Bros was thinking about it, but not... Are they going to check? Deadwish coming along the back here. They didn't check. There's the vault. Vault of the Wardens, or the cage is out. Somehow, everyone's still alive. Finally, Sylvanas going to go down. Scooney actually getting away here. The counter kill is good onto Johanna. Deadwish trying to get away. Scooney is not quite sure where to go here. As we briefly had a nano-boosted ETC. That's going to be it for bottom keep. Maiev looking to come on back for this defense, and Forge the winning condition. They're going to start pushing onto this core. Mortal shielding is gone. Paper Tank's moving onto the Gazelle here, but this Robo-Goblin is going to start to shred. Deadwish moving on up. There's the pull onto Bob, and that's going to be a lot of the core burn gone. 66% on the core. This Immortal has got to be the focus here. Marbuckle trying to jump on in. Voisin is whacking away as well. It's 26%. Marbuckle is chasing back the members. Voisin just needs a couple more hits. 3%, 2%, and that's going to be it. Forge the winning conditions, strike back, and even up the series. GG. An unexpected turnaround. Forge the winning condition. I mean, that's what they did. They didn't have the early game team fights, and they knew it, so they split into the off lanes. They prepared their victory march from minute one, just carving up those lanes, carving up their path. And when they finally got their advantage, they took it straight to the core and even up this series 1-1. We saw Mr. Bros on the Kel'Thuzad, top hero damage, a little over 63,000. It was Paper Tanks on the Cassia for Baby Makers at almost 71k. And despite being down 717 in kills, they go ahead and pick up the victory. Another quick look at the talent screen, and then maybe we'll get an actual break before game number 3, because I need some water. Alrighty, Forge the winning condition. Even up the series. We're going to go to a game 3, the rubber match upcoming here. First, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, the winner's going to the Coastal Finals. Baby Makers versus Forge the winning condition. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We're loading up here for game number 3 between Baby Makers and Forge the winning condition. Very, very exciting game number 2. Showing signs of life after that very decisive game number 1. Looks like our draft is nearly ready to go. Forge the winning condition appears to have map pick for the 3rd time here in this series. Let's jump over to the map screen for the last time. Mind you of the state of the series. Cursed Hollow, Dragonshire, Alterac Pass, and Infernal Shrines have been banned away. Towers of Doom, we saw Baby Makers come out ahead, and then it was Forge the winning condition. It's victorious on Battlefield of Eternity. And we'll be going to Volskaya Foundry here for game number 3. Volskaya, we've seen some crazy drafts, crazy strategies in the CCL in the last few weeks where teams just kind of ignore the Protector. It's not something I see a whole lot here in the NGS. The Protector's still pretty strong in our standard community games. So I'll be interested to see if there's any changes in strategy from our teams today. One thing that I haven't seen an awful lot of is Deckard Cain. Either of these squads. It's been Ana, it's been Stukov. I think this is one of Deckard's best maps. So as we get into the draft here, will Old Man Deckard make a visit to the battlefield? Or is he just going to keep on napping? I don't know. I simply do not know. These teams will have to tell me. As we see, changing it up with the Cho band this time, are Baby Makers. Banning Gaul the first 2 games, and now huge deviation in strategy as Cho is banned away. Forge the winning condition have banned Medivh in the last 2 games. I would expect that to continue unless there are 2 heroes they want to eliminate from the side of Baby Makers. It's going to be Medivh again. I've got to think. I mean, they won the last game. There's no doubt about it. As we see Deathwing banned away by Baby Makers. I have seen some crazy Deathwing games here on Volskaya Foundry in the last couple weeks, so possibly looking for a single target blow up, something Garrosh or Varian related. On the side of Baby Makers, the Deathwing makes very difficult. Is there going to be a Maiev ban, though? Is Forge the winning condition happy to put Deadwish back on that Maiev for the first pick? They're considering sticking with the Greymane. I've got to assume it's going to be Maiev again. Deadwish has just looked like an absolute monster in both of these games. But it's game number 3. It's all or nothing. If they've got a pocket strategy, now is the time to pull it out. They haven't locked it in the first 0.5 seconds of the timer. It's going to be Cassia this time. 4 paper tanks. They do still have the opportunity to take it in the first round, unless Forge the winning condition picks it up right here. So taking a gamble here as baby makers. There's the Garrosh Ana coming on out for Voisin and Scooney. So no ETC this time. Instead, choosing the Garrosh. It's going to be another Johanna here for D-Sheebs, and there it is! Yes! Theory crafting complete. Deckard Cain for Freckle Bob. Johanna once again to pair up with that Cassia. Johanna grouping him up. Deckard slowing him down, putting him in the roots. Interested to see. I mean, with such control, I think of something like an Orphea. I think of something like a Kael'thas to pair with that to just put out maximum damage. There's the Maiev band coming out from Forge the winning condition. Yeah, I mean, I like it as a second round ban, for sure. Taking a look at baby makers here. They're actually going to ban the Orphea. Interesting. It is a strong combo with Ana, but that does leave up both Chromie and Gazlowe. Very, very strong members in the meta right now. We saw Gazlowe doing a lot of work for Bob in that last game. Will it come through once again? I gotta think you picked the Gazlowe here. Okay. Thrall and Mephisto for Bob and Mr. Bros. So we've got the Earthquake definitely helps out Mephisto, assuming that it is an Earthquake. Because Mephisto loves it when people are slow and you can just sit there with that Lightning Nova. Garrosh, gonna try to ward away anyone coming at Mephisto. Marbuckle, happy to go back on the Arel here. What is Deadwish gonna pick? It's gonna be a Kerrigan. So same sort of energy from the Maiev, just that melee assassin, high kill pressure. Gonna try to jump and get on top of this Mephisto. Sturge needs something in the off lane here, something to deal with this Urel. Taking a look at the other side here.
Here we go again.
Huh. I guess Thrall's the off lane, right? Is going to pick up the Chromie. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Chromie... if Kerrigan's getting on top of Chromie, I think you've already lost the fight. So that's not a big deal. Chromie should be able to work in relative safety here. We've got the double mage plus Thrall. This is a spicy draft here. I'm not sure how it's going to come out. I don't have to wonder much longer. Game number 3. Here we go. Alrighty, game number 3 is about to be underway. On the left in the blue, once again, it is Baby Makers with D-Sheebs on the Johanna, Paper Tanks playing Cassia, Arbuckle on the Urel, Frecklebob on the Deckard, and Deadwish playing Kerrigan.
10 seconds.
On the right in the red, Forge the winning condition with Voisin on the Garrosh, Mr. Bros playing Mephisto, Bob on the Thrall. It is Sturge on the Chromie. Who did I miss? Scooney on the Ana, as Bob has left the game. Are we going to get a pause? Do they have a pause? You joined. Okay, looks like Thrall's going to be alright. Oh my gosh. Poor Bob. Just wants to play video games and his family won't stop watching Netflix. So taking a look at this draft once again, we've got Mephisto, Chromie, who both love to work in slows. Chromie creates slows, Mephisto creates slows, and Thrall creates a big giant slow. So baby makers are not going to have a lot of time to set up for these fights. Because if, you know, well, great pull onto Bob there, knocked back as well. Thrall trying to get away through the mid lane. Looks like we'll be doing that. Forge the winning condition manages to set up and actually get their Mephisto and Chromie into position. Baby Makers is going to have a really tough time moving in on that. This Dead Wish moving on up, getting actually, forcing out the medallion there from Mephisto. That's an early pop coming out from Mr. Bros. This Thrall, once again, having a connection issue. See whether the pause will come out or whether they will continue. Looks like Thrall is just going to go hang out with Sturge for the meantime. There's the pause. All right. As we see Baby Makers trying to pick up an early heal camp here. While Forge the winning condition is going to grab their turret. So I think Chromie... I don't know if Chromie actually spotted it with this time trap. Oh, Yrel taken out in the mid. That's unexpected. So it's going to be a heal camp. Team's going to peel back to grab their turret here. Deadwish working on Bob down here in the bottom lane, but it looks like Kerrigan have to try to reposition and get on out of there. Thrall deals a deceptive amount of damage in that off lane. It's Mr. Bros moving on in here, looking like we have an invade. Coming on out from Forge the winning condition. Arbuckle trying to get in position here. Will go ahead and push back Bob. Drops the turret. Poison and Bob so very low. Thrall is down. There goes Garrosh. Chromie down as well. So 2 turrets actually dropped there by Forge the winning condition. But they lose 3 heroes. So that's not a total loss. It does deny the turrets going over to Baby Makers, who now just have the heal camp. Now, Forge the winning condition, they don't have their turrets either, but at least the other team doesn't have them. So while losing 3, you know, is never advisable. It turned out better than it could have. So we take a look at the XP there. Team's working. See, it's mostly the hero experience, the mercenaries. Pretty even. Actually, a little bit of an advantage going over to Forge the winning condition. Minion lead here for Baby Makers as Mr. Bros going in with that Lightning Nova. D-Sheep's having to move on back, pick up that Deckard potion. Bob caught here, pushed back by Yrel, trying to get away through that bottom corridor. It's Garrosh creating space, throwing in paper tanks. Marbuckle pushing back Thrall even more. Look at that Lightning Nova damage coming out from Mr. Bros, forcing the heal camp to be dropped by Baby Makers. As the camps have been pushing away in the top lane. Bob is back. Thrall trying desperately to keep a connection. As it looks like Forge the winning condition will be the first to blink and go clear that top lane. Uh-oh, Thrall could be in some trouble here. Marbuckle getting the pushback. Thrall is down. I feel like that might have been a bot. It still had Bob's name on it, but the ping has been so bad. There goes Bob. Poor Thrall going to be down for 10 seconds here. It's Mr. Bros using that Lightning Nova once again. Poison trying to stay on this point as we go into overtime here. Fisto putting the damage onto the back line. There's the throw. Deadwish not able to get the stun onto Mr. Bros. Garrosh still staying pretty healthy. Paper Tank's moving on back, putting huge damage onto Chromie. Arbuckle gonna force Chromie to get back behind the wall. Poison trying to step on. Mephisto actually taken out there by Baby Makers, and the first protector of the game is gonna go over to Baby Makers. Trading out the Cassia for the Deckard. See if we can get a pause. Hopefully this isn't how Game 3 is decided. There's the pause coming on out. Well, let's get back into the game. We'll see what Thrallbot can do for us. Time stop has come on out. Protector's going to be barreling away the top lane. Oh, Paper Tank's actually thrown in here. Poison able to get back behind the wall as Mr. Bros buzzing away with that Lightning Nova. And this is what you want with your first Protector. You get your wall, you get your well. And even better, if you can get on out of there, that's just gravy.
Interesting.
An interesting thing to note, I've been trying to learn my Mephisto. We see Mr. Bros has gone for a Magic Missile build. Magic Missile, Skull Missile on level 1, so choosing to empower the Q rather than the Lightning Nova here. Trying to get some poke damage onto that backline as we see level 10 to 8 has been achieved. There's the big pull. Oh, actually picking up Mephisto as well. Garrosh is down. There goes Mephisto. Nice pull there from the Cassia and the Kerrigan. And we're going to see another heal camp picked up here by Babymakers. Thrallbot doing their best here. Down in the bottom lane, we see Marbuckle and Deadwish pushing into this Chromie, who has to come and try to defend mid. Are now at 11 to 9. Heroics here for Babymakers, looking at the Blessed Shield. Stay a while and listen. Valkyrie, Ultralisk, and Ardent Defender. Valk's asking about the ab twist limit. I think I set it at 30. If it costs 1,000, it's a 30. I'm pretty sure that's what I ended up on. Hope you're having a good night, Valk. Hope CCS development days are going well. As we see Top Fort going to be taken out here by Babymakers. Is Voisin waiting to get possibly a throw-in. Going right out there, but going to get dismounted by D-Sheebs. Garrosh going to have to move on back here. Level 10 has arrived for the members of Forge the Winning Condition. We see the Warlord's Challenge, Nano Boost, Temporal Loop. So that is Loop for Chromie. Endurance of Hate. One thing about bots, I don't think bots pick talents. So Thrall gonna not have a heroic, it seems. We'll keep an eye on that. I don't think bots pick talents for you. I think that's something that was changed a while ago. Because people didn't like that if they disconnected, their bot would just pick a bunch of stuff. Oh, Marbuckle actually thrown in. Has to pop the defender right away. But Loop is out onto Yrel. That's going to be Thrall going down first. Voisin trying to get away, but Garrosh is down. What a pull. Mr. Bros brought in by the Valkyrie. Root is good onto Chromie. Sturge trying to put up the time trap, but D-Sheeb's on the chase. Another pull stun. That is going to be it. A 4-player kill. 4-player team wipe for Babymakers. Mid fort in trouble here. As Babymakers continues to siege on in. Control point B is going to unlock.
Take control of it.
Forge the Winning Condition. Looking to find their level 13s as they're currently 3 levels behind. Marbuckle getting some siege in the bottom lane. Looks like Deadwish actually coming on down here. We get some siege in the bottom lane. Prepare that for Protector C. As Voisin comes around, here comes D-Sheebs as well. Looks like Yrel just going to hang on the point here. Force the Winning Condition, going to have to try to defend this bottom lane. Chromie and Thrall just trying to get some presence, try to get back onto even ground in the top. There's the... Oh, Valkyrie's not going to land, but that's going to be it for Mephisto. Voisin being chased out as well. Oh, the edge of the Lightning Fury from Cassia splits off the fort, gets the final hit onto Garrosh. This looks like it's going to be bottom fort going down here for Babymakers, solidifying that 3-level lead. Yrel just going to sit on that point, try to find the next Protector. Chromie could be in some trouble here. Sturge going to mount back up and try to get away, but D-Sheebs gets the dismount. Oh, nice timeout from Chromie there. Avoids some of the CC, but now we're just looking at the body block. That is going to be it for Chromie. Meanwhile, Marbuckle going to go ahead and try to meet the crew with this Protector. We're going to see it march through, looking like to the mid-keep.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Protector going to come on through here. Man, this sucks. Mid-keep going to be the focus for a moment as Johanna loads on up and the team heads on down to the bottom lane. Sieging into this wall, Protector taken down to about half health here. It's Deadwish looking for an opportunity to join, but moving into a Mephisto Chromie is a tough move. Pull is good, but the stun will not land onto Mr. Bros. Going into the Chrysalis. Oh, there's a nice root coming on out. Poison super powered here, trying to get the extra stuns. Garrosh is going to fall. There goes the Protector. Great pull onto Chromie. Has to pop the timeout again. It looks like Sturge is going to start to get away. Ana will not be so lucky, though. Thrallbot going to go down as well. Counterkill is good onto Kerrigan. A Sturge is throwing out the sand on the edges. Retreating to that mid-keep. Arbuckle going to have to be careful here, taking a lot of keep shots. But Babymaker's going to continue the pressure. They've got the bottom keep down. Right now, they're just going to try to lock in these lanes and get set up for Protector C. Going ahead and picking up this turret camp. Start to move on back, get their advantage on the items. Durrell starting up. The left side turret, looks like the rest of the crew thinking about this heal camp as well. Just doing what they do on Volskaya Foundry. Unfortunately, Bob just... Game not letting him even attempt to get back in here. It is bugged out. Babymaker's going to surge on through, try to come in on this camp. There's the temporal loop. Sturge is going to get behind the wall here. Medallion going to avoid the temporal loop effectiveness. Marbuckle starting to move away here. Oh, Thrall actually did pick an ult. Look at that. The Earthquake coming out. I didn't think that the bots actually picked the talents, but I guess they do. Deadwish and crew thinking about this mid-keep wall. Protector C, not quite up yet, but it should be proccing soon. These cannons still firing away onto this minion wave. Arbuckle trying to find Sturge. Voisin pulled away here. Oh, Deadwish trying to get away. Almost got hit by the Groundbreaker. Oh, Deadwish is actually thrown back. Has to pop the Chrysalis. Deadwish will get up, move out. Sturge knocks back by Marbuckle. Great job by Urel. This Mr. Bros trying to get away from the pressure. Scooney throwing out those healing darts. That's going to be it for bot Thrall. Mephisto, ooh, manages to get away from paper tanks there. Cassia taking some big damage from that skull missile. And they keep firing away as well. It looks like Cassia's going to go over some gems, or some potions, I should say, to survive. That's going to be mid-keep, and it looks like Babymakers is just going to go ahead and end this right here. Endurance of Hate into the background. Mr. Bros throwing out the damage, but there's the slow. There's the knockback. And that's going to be it for Mephisto. Stay a while and listen. Try to move back. Core is losing the shielding. Paper tanks moving in on the edges. Sturge still throwing out those abilities. His Voisin working on the backline here. Finds the taunt onto Kerrigan, but we're at 60% on the core. Pull is there. That is going to be it for Garrosh. Core going to fall here. Babymakers will move on to the next round. GG. An unfortunate end there to a really, really great series. Babymakers and Forge the winning condition. A great first two games. Babymakers making it look super easy in game number one. But then Forge the winning condition scrapped back, coming on in and taking Battlefield of Eternity. Unfortunately, tech problems force game number 3 to basically be a forfeit there. Feels bad, man. But Babymakers, they played a good series. And they are going to move on there. We saw Paper Tanks on the Cassia. 47,500 hero damage. It was Mr. Bros playing a really good Mephisto there. I might go over that myself to try to learn my Mephisto. Bring it in the nearly 36k. We're going to take a quick look at the talent screen. And then we're going to see if we can get ourselves an interview with Baby Makers. Alrighty, we are back here. We're going to see if we can find ourselves a member of Baby Makers to come and join me. We'll throw out the... Here, let's go find the chat here. There we go. We'll put out the call for the interview. See if we can get someone.
Hello.
Hello, Paper Tanks. Thank you very much for joining me. A little bit
Thanks
of a
for having
melancholy end there, but congratulations on the 2-1 victory.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Taking a look at the series there, making it look really easy in game number 1 on Towers of Doom. Do you feel like there was something in draft that had you come out ahead there on Towers, or was there something in the execution in that game that had you pull ahead there?
That was definitely execution there. That comp that you guys saw in game 1 is one that we run a lot. So we were very confident in it, and I mean, it kind of showed. I think we won 17-0, 17-1, something like that.
Yeah, that was pretty much, I think that was the kill count, something like 17-1. Very, very well executed with the Stukov silence and the Warden's Cage looking super, super strong out there. Looking at game number 2 there for a moment, it was looking like it was about to go the same way. The team fights were good. The rotations were really, really strong out of Deadwish on the Maiev, but it looked like Forge the Winning Condition were just taking little bits and pieces where they could. Looking at the strategy there, was there a particular thing that you would have changed about how you moved around the map, or do you feel like they just sort of got the better of you at the end?
So they banning out the gray main kind of changed what we wanted to do, and so we kind of felt we got pressured into the Cassia, which hurt our burn. And so I think they recognized that and realized it was going to take us a while to burn, so they got value elsewhere, and it worked pretty well. I think they got bottom fort at one point, and they almost got bottom keep wall while we were trying to burn the immortal. So that was really good on their part.
Really well played from both teams that game, evening up the series 1-1. An unfortunate end there on Volskaya Foundry, one player just unable to get back in there. And yeah, I mean, just taking a quick look at the comps, we saw the Kerrigan come on out there from Deadwish after the Maiev was banned away. You mentioned how not getting the Grey Main there in game number 2 really changed the plan. Was the plan of attack also altered with the Kerrigan pick instead of the Maiev?
To be honest, we weren't looking at Maiev for game 3, but we've been practicing with the Kerrigan last week or two, and we liked what we saw, so we decided to break it out here. Why not bet everything on an unsure pick, right?
Well, it definitely, we saw some good picks onto the Mephisto there, getting the pulls when the Shade came on back. And yeah, just looking very strong there through to the end. Now, this puts you into the next round versus Minion Miners, who were successful yesterday. I don't recall checking how did the regular season go versus the Minion Miners. This was a double round robin division, so you've played them twice so far. Do you feel confident going into the next round? Is there more of the same in terms of strats, or do you feel like you're going to have to pull something out of the bag?
I think we're gonna just keep doing what we're doing. We've played Minion Miners twice. The first time we beat them 2-1, and the second time I think we 2-0'd them. So they're definitely a good team, and we're gonna kind of watch some old games of theirs and do a little practices next week before Thanksgiving, and hopefully we're going to be ready to go for menu miners.
Should be a very interesting one. Of course, we do have the break next week for the American holiday week, and we'll be coming right on back for the Coastal and the Grand Finals. So that should be awesome. All
Yeah,
right,
we're
well,
very excited.
yeah. So thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations on the win. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close things down here?
Yeah, thanks for that. We definitely want to shout out to Forge the winning condition. Man, that was a real heartbreaker to lose Game 3 that way. So sorry for that. But other than that, though, shout out to the team. I think we finished the regular season on a loss to Fox and his carries, and so it was nice for everybody to regroup and come back out and look strong.
All right, awesome. Well, congratulations on moving ahead, and good luck in the next round.
Great, thanks a lot. Have a good night, everybody watching.
See you next time.